Ah, Libras make it look easy. I was talking about, well, I've been playing music since about the age 3, and I'm a superconductor when it comes to radiating that sound through a musical instrument. And the shows that I put together, I don't do it unless it's a specific kind of movement that I know that people are going to be blown, their minds are going to be blown out. Otherwise, why are we even taking the time to go up there? I'm not there to pacify people and lullaby them to sleep. For God's sakes, I mean, you know, if their children are there, that's who's going to be influenced. And I have influenced many little children to come back to me at an older age and said, "It's because of you that I toured the world with my music. I wanted to learn it, and so and that's the best thing in the world." And but my point is, I know it enough to where if I just see, I'm a Libra, and Libra is about partnership. It's like, what is music playing without somebody at least listening to it? But really, playing together, musicians playing together, that's a phenomenon that people don't realize. It's like, what is happening there? Why is it so amazing? Well, it's because two people are agreeing on something very identically, and um, uh, um, they're in agreement for not just an hour. They could be in agreement for like 4 hours. Six people can prove to be an absolute harmonious agreement for 3 or 6 hours. So music demonstrates that right in front of your face in real time, and it drags. See, if you're a really good musician, you're going to be pulling people's awareness into it. They actually drag the music out of you, and it's kind of a really amazing, intimate experience if you're a musician, somebody who was born, and I was a born musician. I mean, I can talk about it forever. Point being, um, just one more other musician that can hold a rhythm, hold a backbone while we perform a musical structure that hits the airwaves, add some words to it, sing some harmony. I can make $300 a night easily up here where I'm at, where it's all just musicy, and you have not really seen anything. I'm sorry, not for 30 years that I've been completely tucked into the woods. I'm sorry, but music has gone because there isn't any more mystics playing and bridging the unseen scene. It's like, why do we even do this? All completely lost. It's a higher learning tool, and you will learn something and be reminded of something if a mystic is actually there reminding you about something without saying a word, can just start hitting the airwaves using their instruments. And those instruments are made to pull music out of them. And $300 minimum a night because of pure interest. They're like, and my kid couldn't stop talking about you. This morning he wants a drum, he wants a piano. And if you're a mean parent, you're going to be concerned about the noise your child is making over that. And it's like, I don't know. I don't have kids, but when I hear them playing off in the distance, it's just pure music to me. Like some of them, they're just, well, even if they're fighting, you can tell one is just falling down. I'm like, ah! It's like, ah, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, you can hear music in everything if you learn. Pretty soon you start to be an alchemist about it. You begin to realize, well, that part of the song was just had to go there, because how would you know the other side of it all if we didn't hear that one side? And anyway, yeah, my plan really, what I've always done playing music was, when I do is I'm there in intention to elevate your mind into what is it, and I can now communicate it, and I can communicate it in a way that is like, okay, if you don't think that reality is God, and like that you can prove that through music, Okay, so how that music is its own language in and of itself, and it was never written down. The same thing with God and or the mind of God and or reality. Music is drawn off silence. It is, in fact, the silence in between sound that makes music what it is as a musical structure. It is silence. Well, reality is a silent movie. That's its true nature. Now, a lot of narcissists don't know this. It's like you ask them what reality is, and it's like, brace yourselves. They don't know the nature of creation. They don't know their real lives, and they're not involved with it. They're involved with something rather than nothing. And I intend on bringing this up with music with my so-called audiences, whoever is there, more and more. I know, this is the reason why we have music. I mean, this is the reason why we say it's a higher learning tool, because a higher learning tool for human beings is just something that leads us back into where our final destination, which is outer space, which is what? It's this moment now that you can see in between my hand and here. It's allowing all of creation to happen. It's very lively. It is the more alive place than even my hand and my head. And it's just silent medium, all things it embraces and contains. Music can just point right at it over and over again. Say, well, and all of that structure comes out of what? The silence. And it's working with a medium that is sound or light, and we can get into atomic assembly, which is pretty much the same. 99% atoms are 99% space. They're just oscillating light and giving an illusion of structure around us. And to be able to play music and see in such a way that conveys and communicates that unseen, that wordless realm, the wordless realm, and in conjunction with being here now with it, which is the wordless realm, which is here now. It's just spontaneous. And this is very much not known, not with the community who's going to wait for Mustang Sally to be played. And for the musicians who are reading, you don't read reality. Reality is not first written down and then you play it. No. Reality is not first written down and then you say it. No. It's first on display and then, it's language is complicating. Music has a note version that you put in books, which there's other ways to write it. You can find other ways that it was written, and all it is just a way to get down the fact that it's math. It is precise math. And that's how you can write it down. And that's how you can write down reality. And there is a way to align words up that it's universal. If you say it in a different way, upside down and backwards, you're like poor English or whatever. It's a sound. It's a light. It's going to illuminate. But getting back to playing music for people, bringing it back. I mean, you don't start playing music when you're 3 years old and you have an archive of 40 hours of fucking structures. And I know how to play a lot of people's music. I mean, if you're not a Mozart or something, I'm going to easily catch on. The idea, and there's a lot of learning that has to come with that. A lot of people don't really think they need to learn. The egos that are playing music, it's a challenge when I'm in the room because I am a real live musician. It's like, can you just play the piece? And if it's something that we want to be involved with as musicians, it's a piece, it's a flower, it's a mandala that is like click. And I don't know if you've noticed, but this is like a display of perfection. Like you can play it exact every time. And not only that, it's going to perfect itself. A musician is going to listen to it and say, oh, wait, like this, and the feeling, and you can produce the feeling and raise it up, and I'm a master at it. And the thing is like to find people that are also musicians. All it is I can go on and on about what is a musician. They are working with the mind. Really, they're working without the mind, which is the mind of God. So you want to make $300 a night? Can you hold a backbone? Can you hold a base and a backbone? Are you strong with that? Because I can put flesh all over it, as well as it would have to be that you're kind of resonating on the same level. It's like, do you know the intention here? Why we even get together? It's to inspire people, and they're going to want something for themselves, even though music could be an obvious thing. No, it's the truth. You want God. You want something that will dial you into everything about reality. That it's just like it's love, and love is the skill of skills. It's going to turn water